This is Mark from Little House Midtown. You got a Super Bowl pick, Ravens or Niners?
Man, it's a toss-up for me. I really don't care for either two of those teams, but I think it's pretty cool that the brothers are kind of doing that. I think there's a lot of conspiracy to set up and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But, you know, best man wins.
We'll see who wins on Sunday. All right, everybody's going to win in the kitchen today because you're cooking something fantastic. Tell the folks what we're working on.
We are. We're going to do some seared duck breast, and it's going to have a wonderful sauce made from red wine, cherries, really good seasonings and flavors of this time of year. You know, your January, February. So we still got some sage going on. We have cherries. We have really comforting and aromatic kind of sense going on.
And speaking of that, I can smell that right now with what's going on in here. What do we have here?
Right over here we have our parsnips, and it's about 70% parsnips and it's about 30% potatoes. And we have that going over here, and that's going to be our parsnip mash. That's going to go up under our duck, and it complements it very well. Parsnips, they look like a carrot. Don't taste like a carrot. They're kind of sweet, but they're kind of starchy, kind of like a potato. But I add a potato actually in that to kind of give it that nice whippedness, you know, that kind of stuff.
That nice whippedness.
That whippedness. Is that a word?
Yes.
Can we use that on Scrabble?
Scrabble may be a tough one.
Come on, man.
You know what? There's lots of words in the Scrabble dictionary in Words with Friends. Do you know that you can spell the letters? Like Z, for example, if you put Z-E-E, that's the spelling of the letter Z. You can use that in Scrabble.
I did not know that.
One last Scrabble tip, Chi, Q-I. That's a real good one.
That's what's up. I'm going to use that.
That's a real good one to use in Scrabble. All right, so what else do we need to do here to get things started here, Mark?
Well, basically, I'm going to go ahead and heat our pan up over here with a little bit of olive oil and get that ready to sear our duck breast.
Okay.
And duck is a very, a lot of people kind of, you know, it's not your normal kind of meat.
Right.
It's cooked medium. It's cooked more like beef is.
Okay.
As opposed to your chicken, and the reason because of that is because of what they eat.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I tell you what, we'll save that for the next segment. We'll start doing that in the next segment, and we have a lot more to talk about in regards to Little House Midtown. We'll tell you all about Valentine's Day coming up, the new restaurant, lots of things to discuss here with Mark in the kitchen, guys.
We are in our kitchen, as you can see and probably hear. There's a lot of sizzling going on. We have Mark Walden with Little House Midtown joining us, and you're searing a duck breast here. I
am searing some duck breast, and duck's really good. It's good stuff.
Okay.
It is, yeah. It's a little different. You know, most people don't ever think to order duck, like Joe and I were talking about. But you know, duck's one of those underrated things. I think people should try it. I think they should open up their minds and their stomachs and just
try it out.
Put some duck in there.
Okay, now this duck is more of a darker meat. So if you're somebody who may not like white meat chicken, do you think that they would like the duck?
I think so, because I think the flavor of duck is more of a beefy kind of flavor. You know, it's more of a red meat, not like a dark chicken meat, something like that. You know what I mean?
Between.
Yeah, it's kind of in between. It still has the richness, but it has the kind of the beefy, meaty flavor.
I gotcha.
And it's good stuff, man.
Okay, well, we're gonna let this sear. How long do you need to cook a duck breast if you're cooking at home?
Well, I would typically cook this to about medium, which is about the internal temperature of about about 150, 155, something like that.
Okay.
Medium is the way I cook mine. But, you know, generally speaking, that's probably a few minutes on each side and 5 minutes in a 400-degree oven.
Okay, now being poultry, I've never cooked duck. I cook a lot of chicken, but it does need to be cooked thoroughly, right?
Well, no, this doesn't have to cook all the way through.
It doesn't?
And no, it does not. It does not. It's kind of duck, ostrich. Those are the weird kind of poultry things, or animals, rather, that you don't have to cook all the way through.
And that's okay.
And that is perfectly okay. You will not get sick. You will not die. Hear it from me. I'm not dead. I'm alive, and I've been eating duck.
You've done it many times.
And it's great.
Okay, now you have some other things going on here. Some cherries, I see.
Yeah.
A lot of great, just different. What are these herbs that we're looking at?
What we were looking at over here is we have some thyme, we have some sage, we have some bay leaves. Over here we have peppercorns and juniper berries for our sauce.
Okay.
So what we're about to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started for our sauce. I seared the duck breast in this pan. I'm going to put it to the side and I'm going to finish it in the oven.
Okay.
But I'm going to pour a little bit of this this action out of here.
Okay.
And then we will go ahead and Hit our shallots over here in the pan.
And when you're doing things at home, you don't need to clean out the pan or get an entirely new pan.
You don't. This is the flavor.
You like that flavor.
That's the flavor. I want the flavor of the duck in the sauce with all the little bits.
Marry it all. I like it.
Yes.
Now, as you're adding all of these yummy things here, let's talk a little bit about something that's coming up. Guys, Valentine's Day.
Yes, guys,
Can you believe that? And I guess I can say ladies, too, because sometimes ladies like to plan. You know, hey, if you don't have a significant other and you just want to have a girls' night out, more power to you. I like that. I've done that. I've done that, too.
All the single ladies, come on this way.
That's right. With the Beyonce hand.
There you go, with the Beyonce hand.
I like it. So you can go out and you can take your girls, or if you are in a committed relationship and you want to take your honey out, or hey, maybe a first date even, it could be Valentine's Day, you can go to Little House Midtown and you can get a lot of yummy things. Tell us about some of your Valentine's Day specials.
Some of the Valentine's specials, we're going to do a 4-course prefix menu. It's going to be $65 a person. But that includes, you can choose between an appetizer, between you and your guest or lover or whoever you take, soup or salad, 2 choices of entree, which will be probably filet mignon and some type of really good fish like halibut or sea bass. I'm making sure I can get the freshest in, of course. And then dessert, and we'll do an amuse. An amuse is like a pass around. We'll do a pass around to kind of cleanse the palate, a little giveaway type thing, you know. It's going to be really good.
How far in advance would you say to make reservations? Because you have 13 days.
You do, and we're filling up pretty quickly.
Okay, so go ahead.
I would say go ahead.
Do it.
Come and see me. We will get some great food, awesome service, everything. Intimate.
All right, we like that.
Super intimate.
We'll keep working on this sauce in the meantime, and you know where you can get that recipe. And if you don't, we'll let you know. It's on our website under the Studio 10 tab, fox10tv.com. We'll see how everything turns out in just a few minutes.